Hello, hello. This is the My Artifact episode number 3938. Today's date is March 12, 2026. It's been almost like a night at 9:57 p.m. All right, let's just jump into the question. Let's go. All right, the question is, what immediate reward could make completing the habit feel satisfied right after I do it? Okay, it's a very long question, but it's very okay. First of all, what exactly is this question, and why am I asking this question to myself? This is a couple of days ago. I read a book, Atomic Habit, by James Clear. Really amazing book. I read this book, and I wanted to implement the value in my life. How do I supposed to do that? By asking question to myself and giving the honest answer. So I need a question. So I went to ChatGPT, say this thing that key. I read this book. I wanted to implement the value. Suggest me kind of like somebody 20 question, so that I would supposed to be asked and I would give the honest answer and things and that and that. ChatGPT give me 20 questions. This is one of those questions. Now regarding about the question says that what immediate reward could make completing the habit feel satisfied right after I do it? What exactly it means? Have you treat a dog? Like basically this thing, my sister has a dog and she kind of like treat a dog with little bit technique. Okay, yeah. Like basically this thing, when she says sit, dog cannot sit. But she tried to do this, that sit. And when the dog sit, then my sister kind of like give that particular biscuit, whatever it is. Okay, yeah. So that dog would understand that key. If she says something sit, then I should supposed to be sit. If I sit, then I will get the reward. Okay, yeah. So like this kind of like a reward system, you kind of like utilize when you try to implement some sort of good thing in your life, like a habit. Okay, yeah. Like basically just think that na ki you wanted to wake up early morning. Okay, yeah. So you wake up and what kind of like a only reward that you gonna give? Like basically this thing, I wake up at, like let's just say I wanted to build a habit that I wanted to wake up at 6 a.m. So I wake up at 6 a.m. I wake up and then I kind of like give reward to myself so that I would supposed to sleep again 10 minutes. So it's a very kind of like a stupid way to do that, na? Like I don't know. Probably it might gonna work that you might kind of like giving rewards to the things and that. But when you try to build a kind of like some habit or anything, giving reward is just like we are not dog. Okay, yeah, we understand that why we are kind of like doing this thing. If we wanted to read the book, we have to read the book. Okay, yeah. Like basically is this thing that na, if you are reading a book for a reward or things like that, then you are not reading a book, you are kind of like doing this thing for reward, right? And that is something that not right. Like example is this thing na, ki let's just say you love chocolate, but somebody kind of like say this thing, read this book, read at least like 20 pages. After you read 20 pages, I will give this chocolate. So basically you are doing this thing at day 1. You read 20 pages, someone kind of like give you chocolate. Really good. Second day same. Third day same. Fourth day you don't really get the chocolate. Then would you read? Okay, like fourth day you might gonna read. In fifth day same thing happened. You will not gonna get the chocolate. Then would you read? This is what kind of like assembly is this very tricky thing, na? Okay, yeah. You know that reading a book kind of like give you reward in the future, not today. So do not expect reward in today, na? I don't know, maybe am I not agree? I'm not really sure about that thing. Okay, yeah. Because sometime na it might work. Like let me give you example. Okay, yeah. So let's just say that ki you wanted to be a YouTuber and you upload your video. Okay, yeah. You upload your video and kind of like assembly couple of people like kind of like a put the comment that ki your video is really good, great, and things and that. You really love it. Okay, yeah. And you kind of like upload the it kind of like a add motivation that ki okay I should supposed to be upload my next video, so you do that thing, people kind of like that thing, and third video you didn't really get views or maybe no one gave the comment, then what about that? Basically is this thing na, it's a kind of like a thing that ki you are expecting a validation, and when you are expecting validation, then that is not good. Validation, reward, same thing. Okay, yeah. Like this is what it is, na. And that's what it kind of like I say. Like if you wanted to build something really good habit, make sure that ki add this kind of like in your system that ki you have to do this thing. Okay, like I have multiples of habit. I run 30 minutes every day. I read a book. I record artifact. Okay, yeah. Like it does it kind of like assembly. I'm kind of like giving the reward to myself after I went to run. No, nothing really at all. I just run it because I wanted to. I read the book because I wanted to. I record artifact because I wanted to. I know that it will gonna add value in my life in the future, but not today. So I shouldn't supposed to be kind of like somebody expect any kind of like reward. But if I do that thing, if I kind of like expecting reward or validation, then basically is this thing someone will gonna kind of like a control me, because I always kind of like a seek for validation, and when I didn't really get the validation, I would kind of like get upset or demotivated or things and that, or maybe someone kind of like a utilize my thing for like a for wrong reason. How? By kind of like a giving me false validation. Yeah, false validation are also exist. Like basically even if your video is not really good, but still kind of like a people kind of like are giving you, oh your video is kind of like a really good and great and things and that. That's a kind of like a false validation, na? You are not gonna improve and things and that. You are kind of like going it wrong direction, and people are kind of like simply validating to you that ki you are doing really good and things. So, right? So basically, is this thing that na reward system? I don't know, yaar. Maybe I am not kind of like accepting, or like it's very hard to consume this information to me, because I don't know. Reward is just like a probably it might gonna work for dogs. Okay, yeah, dog doesn't really understand what is the meaning of sit and things and that. You can treat your dog like that way, but we are humans. Okay, yeah, and we understand the consequences of that thing. Giving the treats and reward, I don't know, yaar. It just from my point of perspective, just whatever I'm kind of like simply thinking, I don't really think that ki validation might gonna work or reward might gonna work. Right? Alright. So this is it. I just ended very quickly. Should I ask another question? Okay, let's ask another question. It's not really that bad. Okay, next question. What enjoyable activity or temptation could I bundle with this habit to make it more appealing? Oh, enjoyable activity or temptation could I bundle with the, like, I don't know, the construction of the question is kind of like a far more difficult. What enjoyable activity or temptation could I bundle with this habit to make it more appealing? I might understand this, but I might not. Okay, yeah. It's